Busy with work, but looking for the weekend. We have free comic book day coming up, so
You say
pretty
working for the weekend?
working for the weekend, as they say. I'm just trying to get there, man. What about you?
Not much, man. About the same. I just got back off of vacation. Um, Went to got a log cabin out in the middle of nowhere. Kind
Nice.
of shut the outside world off for a little while. That was
Sometimes,
awesome.
sometimes that's what you got to do, man. Fuck,
Yeah, that was really cool. It was much needed for sure.
that's
Other than
awesome.
that, I mean, just work. You know. Uh, yeah.
Awesome, man. A lot of news, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. I
Yep.
know one thing that you and I have been pretty excited for was the Ghostbusters trailer that dropped.
Abs-
Ghostbusters Afterlife, right?
Yes, sir.
A lot of things, a lot of things in that trailer. Um,
Uh, yeah. Do you want to
Initial,
break some of it down, or
yeah. Shout out to Battleholic, man. Thank you for joining.
yeah, Battlehawk doesn't even
So,
like Batman.
no, he's more of an animal man. What's up, Eric? Thanks for coming by and saying hello. What's up, Jim? Shout out to the chat, man. Thank you
Yeen.
guys for joining in. So yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife, man. I'm not gonna lie, I had the feels watching the trailer. Um,
It is the most promising continuation of a franchise in a very long time that I'm
yeah,
extremely excited about. I love the approach that they're taking to it. I love the continuation of the story, which is freaking awesome. I love how they did that,
right,
and the fact that they got pretty much everybody back for it, which is nobody thought that was going to happen again.
right,
You know,
right. And
so
this movie has been in the works almost 30 years. I want to say, like, it's been a very long time
yeah, yeah.
in the making. So originally, like the original script, everything you read online, it was supposed to be Ghostbusters Hellbent, and Ghostbusters were going to go. This is going to be the sequel to Ghostbusters 2. It was supposed to be taking place like in an alternate universe, alternate New York City, which was
Oh, okay.
basically hell. And the Ghostbuster that was supposed to pass away would have been Bill Murray's character.
Oh,
Um, because they were having some issues getting him back. I think this is at the time where he was having issues. What's up, Deadhead? What's up, Rob? Where Harold Ramis and Bill Murray were having some issues.
sure.
So that didn't pan out. And then they were going to reboot it again, this time with a new set of Ghostbusters being trained by the old Ghostbusters. And I think this is where they picked some ideas for this movie. They were going to have Ben Stiller, Adam Sandler, and I think Chris Rock as three of the new Ghostbusters. And so that, again, didn't pan out. And
Okay,
then
I love all those. I love all those guys.
could you
I
imagine?
hated that Ghostbusters. And side note, um, and nothing against the the all female cast.
Right.
They just they weren't gonna win that going into it, regardless of how well it was written or whatever. The movie
Yeah.
wasn't great by any means, but even if they had like a great script and everything on top of it, they just didn't have a chance.
Right. And to me, I couldn't watch it because not because they were women.
Yeah,
I will say I couldn't watch it because it wasn't true to what I fell in love with as a child.
right, right.
And it was very hard. It was very different. But Bill Murray is back. Hasbro released their figures. I'm gonna try to pull it up here. CJ, do you want to talk about it while I pull it up?
Yeah, Old Man Bankman was pretty sick. I'm super pumped about these.
Yeah, I was surprised that they released these. I mean, we had a feeling, right? Like,
Well, I mean, okay, think about how long they've probably had those figures done, man. Like, they're probably like, okay, we got like this back catalog of stuff. It's been sitting here for like 2 fucking years. Like, let's get this going.
yeah, what's up, low grade? Shout out.
Low grades.
BZ, thanks, Bike Zombie, for showing up. Shout out to our boys at the low grades.
By the way, I never got to shout it out, but thanks, Shy Towel Punisher, for the slick hat. Appreciate you, bud.
Let me see. Where did I put these? I'm try to find this picture now because guess what? I don't know where it is.
Is it on the Pulse line?
It's on the Pulse. I have it. I downloaded it. I just don't know where. Oh, here it is. So I'm gonna post it now. So you see the 3 Ghostbusters returning here. Oh, I put it as a background. Sorry.
Hurry up! You're embarrassing me in front of my friends.
Here it is. So you have 3 of the originals, right?
Man, those look good.
They look great. We definitely talked about picking these up.
They're just 5-inch figures, right?
Yeah. So they're going to be in the movie, right? Yeah. So that's pretty exciting. It's great to see Bill Murray back, And in case no one does know this, before Harold Ramis passed away, Bill Murray actually went to go visit him. He had like a police escort to take him to Harold Ramis's house.
Yeah, I heard this.
And he spent some time with, and that's what really, and this is an adult show, so there's definitely gonna be cursing. It fucked me up, like in a way, when I read that story, and then seeing after he passed away, that when they were doing the Best Director Awards, I think in the Academy Awards or something like that.
Yeah.
Bill Murray mentioned Harold Ramis, and it was just like shot. So here's my thing: he's definitely a ghost in the movie. 100%.
Dude, there's no way that he's not. They bring him. They bring him back and they pay homage to him. Because honestly, without him, there is no Ghostbusters band. Like his dry humor, his everything that he brought to the table to the first 2, really made those movies.
Right. And I think Paul Rudd is perfect to add to the cast. I like that man.
Absolutely.
You do no wrong. And I'm glad they added him to that cast. And we see that Egon ends up marrying Janine.
Yeah. Or at least
we assume. I think they did. Makes you wonder, like, what happened after the little affair with, oh boy. I can't remember his name. Dude from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh, Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis, yeah, because in 2 they kind of hooked up, but let's see what they do with that. I know he's not back, but it would be great to see him.
Turns into the Keymaster.
Yeah, and speaking of the Keymaster, right? Zool is guess coming back.
Right. Well, okay, so this is what I hear is that the reason why Egon moved out to this like remote like mining location is because all the metal for that building from the first one was from this mining site.
Oh.
So that's where like this small town is like having all this paranormal stuff like, so many years later, but all that metal is from those mines. So that's kind of cool. And that's why I'm assuming Zool comes back.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that you see the end of the trailer, and there's Ray's occult books.
Yes, sir. How pumped were you on that?
Dude, chills.
So jacked.
I got chills. And he tattooed that Revelations quote, I think, from Ghostbusters 1 on him.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're closed. And I'm like, oh shit, here we go. And I'm just glad we're able to do it. These guys are older. Mm-hmm. I'm just glad we're able to do it. Now.
You had talked about whatever one was going to be like a follow-up, and that was going to be it. I heard at one point that Ghostbusters game that they came out with a ways back was supposed to be the 3rd Ghostbusters, and that was it.
I did hear that too. I heard that this was what you're getting, and that's that. Which I love that game as well. It's so fun.
I started playing the remastered one recently because it's so great. And I hope that they put out another game for this movie.
I agree. Not that Sanctum of Slime stuff. Like, give us a good first person.
Opportunity if they do.
Yeah, for sure. I loved it. I think it's definitely an opportunity missed if they don't do it. But I'm definitely looking forward to picking up all the figures that are coming out. And I already see that they have the Ecto-1 floating around in some stores.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. But definitely pumped to see that movie. Glad it's finally coming out to theaters after a few months. Supposed to come out in March, I think, right?
Yeah, I feel like this isn't going to be the last Ghostbusters. I feel like this is kind of handing the baton off, to maybe the kids in the movie.
I think it's a passing of the torch for sure.
Yeah,
and I'm pretty excited to see what happens. I know it's going to be a emotional thing, so
yeah. I think the ending is going to make me blubber a lot
in the theater. Finally, it's coming to the theater. So yeah, so that's that Ghostbusters news. We're pretty excited for that. Can't wait for that to come out. And I think October is the perfect month for it to come out. And
yeah. Speaking of October,
mm-hmm.
You and I have been. Do you want to share with the rest of the community what we're thinking about in October?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So in honor of one of our favorite horror franchises, Friday the 13th, Jay and I will be possibly doing the filming locations from the first couple movies in his neck of the woods. So
yeah.
Can we get a fake round of applause for that?
Yeah, man, I'm pumped for that. I'm pumped to hang out with you, but to go check out the sites, and we can even go to Manhattan, go downtown, do some turtle stuff, see the Ghostbusters Firehouse. Would be fun to do.
Oh shit, I always forget about that.
Yeah. And here's a little sappy story. Fucking when he passed away, I went to go visit the firehouse. And I've never seen so many people in my life somewhere
I bet
leaving Twinkies. They left a box with mold and spores or whatever. Like just stuff like that, man. Oh, it was a dagger. But the great thing is if you go now, you could see the floor where the firehouse is. And then if you go inside, they'll let you go inside and you can see the original sign.
Yeah, I heard that. That's freaking awesome.
So we could definitely do that. Check out some Turtles locations and fun shit like that for sure.
Oh yeah, man. And that kind of leads us to what people should expect from this podcast. We're not really gonna pigeonhole ourselves to like one specific thing. So whatever really strikes our fancy. We were talking about. We're obviously doing filming locations. We're going to talk about movies that from our childhood or upcoming stuff, future projects, possibly sports, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, right.
Music, whatever really strikes our fancy, we're probably going to touch base on it at some point.
Yeah, we'll probably even do like watch-alongs and stuff for our favorite movies and stuff like that, just to chop it up and chat with you guys. And anyone, listen, if you want to come and hang out and go see shooting locations Friday the 13th, you're more than welcome to come. I mean,
oh yeah, that'd be great. You just can't be in our podcast though, because
you just can't be on camera. You got to be. You can hold the camera.
Yeah, you can hold the camera exactly. What's the stuff that there's some stuff maybe in the spring that I want to run by with Jay, but like more filming locations. But there might be times where it's just one of us, doing something or having something previously filmed on here too. So
for sure. And hopefully, like I said, when you come down here, they're already filming Clerks 3. That's about an hour and a half away from where I live now. There's so much stuff happening, man.
I got an email from one of the cast people.
Did you?
I got really high and put my name in the like auditions thing for it. And I got an email and I'm supposed to have like an online like interview like next week or something.
Dude, that's awesome. We're gonna have a movie star on our fucking show.
Shit, I don't think so, man.
Listen, man, do your best. Man. Do your best, and that's it. If they need to talk numbers, tell them to give me a call.
If it was like Ross or something from the low grades, he's a good looking dude. He probably still has a chance. No. No.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up,
Adriana?
Nerdy?
What's up? Ross is a good actor because he thinks he could beat me in a ladder match, but that's not gonna happen ever.
When's that gonna happen? We need to just show up to like.
We're trying to see if it's gonna happen during the Slipknot concert.
Are you
that he's going to? It depends. If the ladder match happens, then that's where we're doing it. Maybe during intermission.
Wait, what? I'm so confused. Are you going down to Texas?
It depends. If the ladder match is a go, if me and Ross are going to wrestle, then yes. But if he backs out, then no.
What? Okay, so I'm definitely going to Texas.
Listen, Texas has good barbecue, and I love it.
I'm definitely. He said you ain't shit, Ross.
Oh my goodness, dude! Speaking of fucking movies and reboots and reshoots, man, you were talking to me about Chucky.
Yeah, dude. So this one is, I'm eager to see how this plays out. So some of you may know, but they are, I think it's Sci-Fi and USA are premiering a Chucky, Child's Play series, but it's a continuation from the very last one. And as far as I know, they have most of the cast from, the ones that live throughout the series back on this series. So, and I think that airs in sometime in October. I could be wrong. If somebody knows,
please put it in the chat.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, man. I'm not gonna lie. I hope they do Chucky and Sharknado crossover. That'd be great. I'd watch it. I'd for sure.
Watch it. I tell you how bad it was.
I've honestly only watched the first 3 Chucky Child's Play movies, right? So Child's Play one scared the shit out of me as a kid. Like,
that one was like super dark, man.
It was crazy. It was nuts.
Chucky's like attacking the mom and like biting the shit out of her. Like, that freaked me out. That she like threw him under the couch and he like disappeared.
Yeah, he just disappears and pops up again.
Scariest moment from it was, for me, it was the second one, and it was the opening scene where they have the burnt up doll and they're like cleaning it off and he gets restocked. Like, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Like, why are these guys going through like old burnt up toys to repurpose them to put them back in the assembly line?
Right. I think which one messed with me? When the kid jumped on the grenade.
That's the third one.
That's the third one.
That's where Andy goes to military camp or military school, which
is weird too, right? Like, hey, deal with your childhood trauma. Go to military school.
That you bring that up. I think it was the very last one. It was like Cult of Chucky or something like that. Danny is like all grown up, and he like has this thing like he can't kill Chucky, so he just like has a deformed, like, I think it's Chucky's head and like an arm of Chucky like in a safe, and Chucky's just alive, and he like brings him out, and he always like tortures him and shit.
Oh man,
it's wild. It's wild, but like Danny can't like live without Chucky. It's that whole, why the turtles just kill Shredder kind of thing, like,
right?
Or however,
like Batman refuses to kill the Joker.
Exactly.
That makes sense. Yeah. Damn.
But they take that approach at that movie, so he's like, that shit. It's wild. It's wild.
I'm gonna check it out for sure. I think I'll check it out, see what I think. I'm not sure how sometimes those kind of shows translate. I know they did The Purge. USA did The Purge.
I haven't minded those movies, honestly. I thought I'd hate them a lot more.
No, they're pretty good.
Yeah,
I won't lie.
Didn't a new one just come out? Like,
yeah, a new one did come out. The timeline is all over the place, but it's pretty good. So we'll see what they do with it next, right?
That's on what, HBO Max?
Yeah.
Didn't they get okay.
Yeah, HBO Max. So, right. But yeah, man, con season's coming up, right? Like we're getting some cons finally.
We got a lot of
is
opinions on those.
Repop is doing some real shitty things.
is Alex in the comments? Someone
Alex in the comment.
Is burnt.
Hey man, I'll tell you. So for New York Comic Con, just for New York Comic Con, that metaverse thing was about $99. So I was in the comments every day, like just shitting on that idea, right? I was like, it's terrible.
Okay, so let's break it down though. So what did that include? So that $99, you got what?
You got guaranteed like first dibs on tickets, right?
To purchase tickets.
To read pop shows. So New York Comic Con, C2E2, and something else. Those are the only two that stick out because those are the bigger ones. Mm-hmm. So you pay that, and then they send you a link, and they say on this day you could buy tickets. I didn't do that. So they send me another email that said, okay, this is your day to buy tickets. Good luck. So I was able to get on and I got my tickets with no problem. I think I waited 40 minutes. So I didn't need to pay $99 a year. But apparently now Repop has been trying to charge more money on top of more money on top of more money for a ton of shit. I don't know if they're just trying to recoup from no cons last year.
I mean, I would assume.
Right. So I just don't know what their intentions is. But check this out. Let's say you can't make it to Comic-Con, to New York Comic-Con.
Right.
Repop partnered with this website called Light. Light is a site that you could sell your tickets back to them, and you don't make the exact ticket money back. You don't get your shipping back, and it's like $12 a badge. So, and then Light goes ahead and they sell each ticket for up to $200 each. Instead of the $99 or whatever the tickets originally cost. So not only they're selling it back to this site and you're not getting all your money back, but now they're making double for selling it to people who need it because they said they wanted to create a safe space so people could not have to buy from scalpers.
But they're still scalping?
But they're still scalping.
So this is a third-party company that's hired out by the cons?
Yeah, by Repop specifically.
And they're reselling them at $100 increase.
Yep. Each day is different. Thursday, of course, is the cheapest. Saturday is the most expensive, but it's like $150, $200. And then again, you have to pay for the shipping. It's a mess. It's so disrespectful.
Like, how are you thinking you're pulling like the wool over everybody's eyes on that one? Like, that's
right.
We care about
shitty.
you.
It's shitty. We're like, don't buy from scalpers.
We love your money.
Yeah, but buy from us.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening with them, and that's the big uproar. But again, now New York City, anything indoor entertainment have to show proof of vaccination.
Yep.
So now, people who can't get vaxxed or don't want to get vaxxed now need to get refunds for their tickets. But again, Repop is kind of sitting on their hands and not saying anything. And this is what happened Comic-Con last year. It got till, I think, almost the end of September before they said, okay, we're canceling New York Comic-Con. But the thing is, too, they can't just outright go and cancel it. They have to wait for the city to say, okay, no events. So that way they're not
going to do that, I don't think.
Yeah, the city's not going to do that this time. They're just going to be like, all right, go for it. So expect a lot of people. I know a few people are just going to sell the tickets on their own. And that's about it. I mean, it is what it is. It just sucks that, again, you have this anti-flipping policy, but then are going ahead and just doing that yourself. Because literally, I bought from a scalper once and I paid $200 for a ticket.
So I'm pretty much doing the
same thing. It's pretty shitty for sure.
Fucking ballsy as hell.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of people are up in arms.
C2E2 was trying to pull that shit too.
I probably, like I said, I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure that they were. If anybody knows more in the comments, please.
Yeah, please let us know, man. That's what I do with those.
What did you say?
That's what I do with those turtle figures, CJ.
You know what about,
you just gotta buy them all and sell them, man.
Oh no, Mr. Mr. Dent recently purchased me the Mondo, that NECA Mondo Gecko and Muck Band that came out recently.
Yeah.
Figures.
I still haven't gotten any of my Target. Any local. It's hard, man. I don't know. I feel like as soon as they drop, they're gone, man. So if you're not there, whenever NECA, and here's the thing: I used to work for Target, right? So NECA is not something that comes on a truck; it comes with a vendor. Mm-hmm. So the vendor has to put it out. So you don't know when they're coming, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you don't know. It could be like a random Wednesday night they show up and they do the set or whatever. Mm-hmm. But it got so bad that there was reports of people like putting like tracking devices on vendors or whatever in order to see when they were showing up or stalking them, like real creepy shit.
Yeah, that's nuts right there. But I kind of put most of this blame on NECA, to be honest with you.
I do too.
You're creating a situation that is going to be chaos. Why not just produce enough for everyone?
I would say that. I would say that's right.
Like, why are you creating? They're like, oh, we want to prevent these guys from like buying 5 at a time. Dude, you're talking about one of the most popular toy lines ever. Like during the 90s Turtle Mania, like I don't expect that, but you're producing great figures.
Right. Like
they're gonna sell. And you should have known what it was gonna be like when that first run that you did.
Right.
The
demand is high, but I feel like too, like it's just such a if stores aren't doing enough to like stop the sale of multiple figures, then fuck, they're just gonna keep doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So because I'd buy all those. I mean, for sure, if I had access to it, absolutely, they'd have my money. You know what I mean.
Here's where things gonna start getting weird. Okay, and so in some of the figures, there's like blueprints of vehicles. I don't know if anybody else has noticed them, but they're like tiny things. There was like a blimp, like the Turtles blimp, and some bad guy vehicles. I can't remember off the top of my head. But if they're going to start producing actual vehicles and then possibly, the Technodrome or the sewer set again, that's going to be outrageous.
Yeah, I've been wanting to try to get those. I know the Playmates just released their Turtle van, I think in Walmart.
Yes.
I think in Walmart.
What do they do that like recently?
I saw someone pick up like 2 in a shipper or whatever recently over at Walmart.
One from Australia, and I'm waiting on it now.
Damn, that's a trip, man.
I think it's called Pop Culture.
Pop Culture, yeah.
They did a release of one, but I bought it back in March.
Oh shit.
March or April or something like that.
So still on the way.
It said it's shipped. Yep. It's been shipped, so I should expect it any week now.
Nice. Yeah, man. Retro toys are awesome. I mean, the older stuff is getting a little too pricey, but
I just did buy that. I'm waiting for that Ecto 1 because Walmart just put out all the real Ghostbusters stuff again in honor of the new movie coming out. So, but I had to pick up that Ecto 1 because, dude, the graphics for I think that's part of the reason why I love like the Turtles figures and the Ghostbuster figures so much was the box art. That looks so great. If you can find a picture of that Ecto 1 box art, that would be fantastic. But like, I think what we all deserve is an updated Firehouse playset.
Dude,
as grown men, I demand that we get this.
Now, who did this? It was Walmart.
Yeah, they put it out, but I think Playmates is the one that put out the real Ghostbusters.
Let's see. Yeah, I see it.
There you go.
I think I found it. Let's see. Do. Is it this one, CJ? Hold on.
Yep.
Oh man,
Look
that's
how
so
great
good.
that is, man.
That's so good.
That box art is just freaking so cool, man.
Man, when I was a kid, I had the Proton Pack, I had the Ghost Trap, I had the PKE,
and
the soundtrack on tape.
Oh yeah, dude. I used to have the books on tape that you could just like read along as they read the story to you. I loved going to the library and getting books on tape. But I think it was something about the guy who read them. He just like got into the characters like real well.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I had a TV until I was like 10, dude.
Jeez. Damn, man. Yeah, for sure. I remember beating that Ghost Trap to death, man. Like, because it had like a little pump and then it opened up and you swallow the ghost you put on top of it. So I would like step on that shit like I was stomping on grapes. So it didn't last long, but I'll tell you, man. And then I'm looking at prices. Sometimes I get nostalgic. I just want to buy the shit I used to have, and so I go on eBay and I'm like, oh,
or buy the stuff you couldn't afford,
or couldn't afford. I still can't afford it, but
so bad.
Yeah.
That's what it was for me, and that's why I have things like unopened and shit. I'm just like, I can have it now.
Yeah, I love that arcade header you have there too, man.
Oh yeah, this old thing.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of which,
yes,
I am the proud owner of a almost $800 arcade 1-up Turtles of Time cabinet.
Nice.
I think it's crazy that they charged an extra almost $200 on what they were selling those machines for.
Jesus.
But the marquee does light up. It's Wi-Fi compatible, so you can play against people or play with people, whoever. Yeah. What else? That's pretty much it.
What up, J2? Thanks for popping in, bro. Yeah, man, those arcade 1-ups are awesome. And speaking of nostalgia, man, I do this weird thing where, like, if I feel comics are so too expensive or there's nothing I'm currently interested in right now, I go back to like my video game hobby, right? So I love to collect retro video games, right?
You've been on it like recently, man.
Yeah, dude. And the itch is crazy right now.
So you've been buying. So you try and buy unopened games.
No, so if sealed games are so expensive right now, it's ridiculous, right? So I try to buy complete in box. So it has all the manuals, it has the game, it has the sleeve, it has the insert, has everything. But I love to do it. And then people are like, oh, well, you should get it to play it. And that's true, right? So like I have my emulators that I play off of.
Sure.
But it's just strictly for nostalgia, right? Because all these games that I had as a kid, and it just makes me feel good to have them again and appreciate them in a better way. You know what I mean? Someone else to pay online, yeah. But sometimes, like I said, it's who's that?
Dan, what do you mean 200 to play online?
He said for the cabinet, did they charge extra because it had online?
That was one of the selling points, but I went back and looked that most of the games it's like cabinets are Wi-Fi compatible. So
nice.
I don't know if that should have been a selling point for me, but
that's funny. Like, so this one I've been after, dude. I'm not kidding. About a year and a half to buy. I'd rather buy locally than buy on eBay.
What have you been looking at?
So I could take a look at. So I finally picked this one up. It's Metroid for the NES. How good
that box is.
This is the CO variant here too. So it's a little different, but it still has like the hang tab. Like, I haven't even opened it. I don't want to do anything to it. I just want to look at it from time to time.
Has it never been opened?
It has been. I just don't trust myself.
Just that box looks, it's like in such great condition, though.
I sent this to Sam, and he's like, dude, Sam, that's my guy. He gets a lot of games graded, right? So he's like, dude, send that shit to get graded right now. So I'm planning on to. I just don't know how I feel about like being apart for like 6 months from my game, right? Because
you know what'll help is if you just continue to purchase more.
I think so. I'm on the hunt this weekend for something. So
yeah.
But I picked up a couple of gems, you know. I again another one, fucking Simon's Quest. This is the
Dude,
5
that
screw
thing
variant.
is so great.
Again, this one
I was
to me
so envious. I was like, man, I kind of hate Jay. He's got that.
You know, and it's like I said, it's fun. You know, in a lot of these games, I do play, you know, emulated because I'm not gonna, you know, I do have my old Retron, so whatever loose carts I have, I you know, blow on the cartridge, put it in there, and get to it. But you know, it's something about collecting stuff in your childhood that just helps you deal with a lot. You know, I won't lie, right? The last 2 years have been pretty shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's been pretty rough out there.
It's weird what like a figure can do for you, whereas like your mom making you grilled cheese tomato soup on a cold day. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the amount of comfort and like stability that brings is amazing.
Exactly.
I know that's weird, and that's probably why I'm single in my 30s. But that's
no, it truly does. I don't know if it releases some type of dopamine where it makes you feel good.
Sure.
And so
you
yeah, definitely.
I'm a crackhead for turtles, man.
Yeah, it's something that just makes you feel good to own it, to hold it,
fix.
To say it's yours, you know. But yeah, man. I think that's you were saying before about the show. That's what it's about, right? It's about the shit that we like. It's not necessarily going to be all comics or all movies or all games. It's going to be a mishmash of shit, you know, that we enjoyed, you know, from time to time. There'll be times where we'll, you know, I'm not the biggest horror fan. I tend to stick more to older horror, right? So like
Same.
The Halloweens, the, you know, Friday the 13th, the Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, the Puppet Master.
I was a big fan of the Leprechaun or Candyman, which
you know what we should
to hear or see that new Candyman.
We should definitely do a watch along of Leprechaun in the Hood.
What a ridiculous movie! That's like the equivalent of when Jason X, like Jason goes to space.
Yeah,
and he like adopts that terrible mask and everything.
I think that's it. It peaked at that movie, and that was it, man. Jason in the Hood. But
I wish there was a Jason in the Hood, don't you?
Jason, yeah, Leprechaun in the Hood. Jason in the Hood would be good too. Even though when I felt like he went to New York, he did go to the Hood a little bit. Remember that dude, the boxer on the roof or whatever, and Jason.
He just like uppercuts that dude's head off his body, man.
Just clean off his head, man.
Like that dude's like kind of kicking the shit out of him. Which that dude looked like he was in the movie The Warriors. If you guys aren't familiar with The Warriors, like that guy was in it.
The Warriors is one of the best movies I feel like not enough people have seen or have appreciated.
Mm-hmm. That's
definitely
another one that was filmed around you.
Yeah, Coney Island. I grew up 20 minutes from there in New York.
Yep.
Definitely one of those movies that I didn't even see till I was older, to be honest with you, man.
Oh yeah, you probably shouldn't have either, though.
You know, sometimes
crazy.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, as they say.
Yeah, that's fine. Fuck it.
But yeah, go watch The Warriors. That was a good point you brought up. Yeah. Hold on, let's see. I just found it, so I'm gonna upload this real quick. All right, here it is.
Oh.
It's so dumb. Look at that.
So okay, that's gonna be a thing on this show. Anytime somebody comes on and says something dumb, be like, I want to uppercut Jason or Jason uppercut you.
We're just gonna play this at all times. And just smacks his head off his shoulders, man.
That was like with ease, man. Like that fight lasted like 10 minutes in that movie, and he could knock that dude's head off that easy. Like, why did he let that go on forever?
I feel like, wow, Jason's definitely overpowered. Either you
like he looked surprised that he was able to do that. He was like, "Oh shit!" You
the
saw
guy
him
just took
watch. He followed the head all the way down. He's like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, man. That was so whoever did that was like, yeah, this is gonna be money right here. Did any of you all play the Warriors? Yes, man. That Warriors game is fire.
I did. I wish they would master that and re-release it again.
It was very good, dude.
Yeah, it's been a long
fun.
time since I played that. What was that? Fucking like PlayStation 2?
Yeah. Dude, the pain in the ass when you're doing that mission and you're supposed to like bomb the other gangs stuff and then run around and keep doing it. Ugh, it was a pain in the ass, but fun game overall. And they're at a ton of conventions out here in the East, so you can usually find like Cochise out here.
Oh, nice.
Cowboy. So, but yeah, if you haven't watched The Warriors, go watch it. I think that's on HBO Max too. I hope HBO Max gives us a sponsorship. I'm gonna.
I know HBO Max.
They owe us some money, man.
They'll probably just like block our show.
They'll probably ban us.
We have to pay them.
Oh man, but yeah. By the way, this Saturday is Free Comic Book Day, so if you're going to a comic shop and you're watching this or hearing this on your favorite podcast listening device, go buy a comic. Don't just go in for the free shit. Buy a book.
You fucking posers.
Spend some money. All right. Don't be trying to take all the free comic books too, right? Shit, man. I'll tell you. So check this out. My shop, they do 50% off all back issues, right?
Dang.
Yeah. So the previous year we went and there was a guy. He got there like at 1 a.m. because the sale's really good. I spent $300 on comics that should have cost me around $600. And yeah, so there was one guy. He goes in, and my shop, they keep silver in the bins too, like a lot. It's broken down like that. So you have like silver age, X-Men, Bronze Age, modern, like that. Guy goes to the X-Men pile. He goes like this and picks up all the Silver Age X-Men books and then buys them. It was the funniest. I laughed so hard because I'm not into X-Men like that, but I thought it was the funniest shit I ever seen in my life. I will tell you.
Move, though.
No, I was like, wow, that's a pro gamer move right there.
I mean, some of those books might have been pretty pricey. Did he not?
I was like, damn.
Maybe that guy fucks.
Yes, let me know if you hear any favorite podcast. Oh man, but yeah, it's a fun time. We're gonna go this time. They kind of pulled back on the deals on their wall books. Anything now under $50, you get 50% off. But that's it. Back then, it was like anything. So people were. I mean, we left with a diamond box full of books. And like we took like 2 or 3 free comic books. That was it, man. We just spent a ton of money and got books. Everything we wanted. So go out there, buy some books, and support your local comic book shops because that's important.
Oh yeah,
that's important.
What else we got here?
I didn't take any notes. I should have.
What's that?
I didn't take any notes, but I should have.
Speaking of, we were talking about horror. Now I'm still doing kind of reading up on it, but apparently Paramount or Universal owns Peacock, and so to help with that streaming service, they approved a 3-movie continuation of The Exorcist from the original 3.
Oh,
putting a $400 million budget on those movies.
Damn, that's big money, man.
That's huge money, considering, like, under a certain age, you have no idea what The Exorcist is.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
that's a ton of money. I mean, let's hope that they're good. I think
Right.
I think what they did with just practical effects scared the shit out of me as a kid. Yeah, that movie just
for sure,
ruined my life.
100%. There was that movie and another movie we'll talk about a little later on. Exorcist, I think, was the one movie that I was afraid to go to sleep. It really did something mentally. It was mentally disturbing.
It was so convincing, is what it was to me. Don't look at that. Don't even look at them. Don't even look at them. No, and that's where I think practical effects and CGI, I prefer practical because to me it feels so authentic and real. It's kind of like with that very first Turtles movie. How good was that in comparison, to the ones later on? You know what I mean? Like, it was fantastic.
Shining, yeah, man.
Yeah, dude.
Can't forget about that. That was a classic.
Mm-hmm.
So it's supposed to continue off from the original?
The original 3, and like it's centered around some new characters, but I believe Ellen Burstyn and Leslie Odom Jr. are going to be in it. Now that was the mom in the original one, and the sister, I believe.
Gotcha. Excellent, guys.
Dude, for real. Not so much Poltergeist.
I don't think
definitely the Exorcist.
Poltergeist. I'll tell you right now. It was Exorcist. It was Hellraiser. Hellraiser scared the bejesus out of me as a kid.
Dude.
I should not have been like 10 years old and watching that movie.
Yeah.
And then you think like, what were your parents thinking, right? But it was, normal for them. But that scared me. And the original Pet Sematary.
Yes. That was a great movie. I love the first 2 Pet Cemeteries, by the way.
So which one was the one with the rabbits? The first one, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I think it was the first one. And that was like, shit.
That was the one where the child died, right? Got hit by that Mack truck.
The little creepy looking kid from all those other movies back in the day.
And then it was like how nobody had really touched base on like a child dying in a movie like that. Nobody had really done that, and that's it caused a lot of controversy.
Right. And it was one of those movies where you're like kind of zombie kind of movie. And I'll be honest, zombie films never scared me. It was always more entertaining because I'm like, yo, these dudes are mad slow. Like, how can you not?
These dudes are mad slow.
And then 28 days later came out, right? And then you're like, oh shit, they're running. I saw that. Like, yeah, for sure.
That's an excellent point. So we were talking about Jason earlier, and you're talking about the running. So do you remember the remake of Friday the 13th? That one movie that they came out with?
I did watch it. I don't 100% remember it, but I did watch it.
Because like in every single Friday the 13th movie, the white girls be running through the woods, like sprinting, they trip, and fucking break their ankles and shit, or whatever. But they'll be running for like 5 minutes, and that Jason's just walking and catches up to him. But in that remake, he runs, and I was like, "Oh, that's much fucking scarier."
I feel the same way. I think watching zombies run really freaked me out. That and Train from Busan was like, oh crap. I don't know if you saw it, but
I don't know what that is.
Go watch it. It's a zombie movie on a train, but it's like a Korean
zombie
film.
Movie on the train.
Yeah, it's wild shit, dude. Like, go watch it.
Also confined to one space.
Yeah, and that's it. That's it. It's terrible. Like Snowpiercer, but with zombies, right?
Which, speaking of Snowpiercer, I was reading a fan theory about how that was the continuation of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh yes, I remember hearing that too.
And I dove deep into that. I say if anybody wants to like,
You went down that rabbit hole.
Oh my god, it was so worth it though. I was like, oh my god, what?
This makes total sense. Yeah, that's funny.
Check that out if you want to.
Snowpiercer.
Get lost for a few hours.
Dude, I've done it before too, man. I've done it a lot with like when Death Stranding came out, right? Like the video game. I was convinced that was a Metal Gear Solid game, right? Because I love Metal Gear Solid. I think one of the best series ever made.
Oh, dude, Metal Gear Solid 2, where isn't that the one where Snake loses his eye and
yes.
This is like boss
so
or friend.
Three is Big Boss, right? So that's Solid Snake's dad. So 2 did a little trick on you, right? It changed your main character. So you weren't playing as Solid Snake, you're playing as Raiden. So everybody was like, yo, what the hell is this? So no one knew what to do with that. 3, everybody thought it was going to be a sequel to 2. It was a prequel. So it shows Snake, which is Solid Snake's daddy. Not technically, he's like a clone or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. So that's when his dad loses his eye. It's such a good series. I mean, you play a game, it's like 40 hours of...
It's
40 hours of
you had to fight that boss, but then like unplug your remote and then plug it into.
So 1 was that when you fought Psycho Mantis.
Yes,
and then he'd read your memory card. He's like, "Oh, I see you're playing. Well, like whatever."
Dude, how fucking creepy was that as a kid?
Dude, as a kid, I was like, "This is some shit." So you take it.
Shit.
You take it.
That game doesn't get enough credit for that. That was
awesome. It's real a mind fuck. So you take it, you put in the second controller. And then boom, he can't read your mind anymore because that's what Psycho Mantis did. He read your mind. Now in Metal Gear Solid 3, there's a guy called the End. Is it the End? He's like a sniper. He's an old man in the wheelchair. Yeah. So to beat him, you can either fight him to win, or you go to your PlayStation settings and you fast forward your clock a week. And when you go back into the game, he dies of old age.
That's a trip, dude. That's a trip.
Yeah, it's why I love Kojima. It's why I like those games. So definitely, right. I don't know if we're ever going to get another one because he's no longer.
I remember Konami. Years ago they had talked about a game or a movie possibly being made. Yeah, for sure. If you ever see the box art for Metal Gear Solid for the NES, it's John Connor from. Not John Connor. Well, the dude who plays John Connor's dad in Terminator 1. It's a direct ripoff of that. Yeah. Is it really?
Kojima loves like American like action films. So he took a lot from those and incorporated into the game. Of course, when it came to America, they had to change shit around due to copyright law. But yeah, that dude loved American action films. And that's where a lot of it came from, But go check those out. Watch them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean we're wrapping up here. I think for now we're gonna give you guys at least an hour show a week.
Yep.
Cover some topics, and of course, make sure you follow us on our Instagram, Mondo The Goon. If you have any questions or anything you want us to talk about on the show, just message us there, and we'll make sure to bring it up. As always.
Or if you guys think we should just wrap it up all together and never do this again.
That's fine too.
We're still going to do
it. Let's see. So the audio version of the show is going to be uploaded Saturday. So keep on the lookout for that. So if you can't watch the live show, listen to us on the go. Again, your favorite podcast network, Spotify, Google Play, Anchor, whatever. We should be there.
Also looking for ideas for guests to come on. So if anybody wants to see a certain individual on our podcast, we'll do everything in our power to get that person on. No guarantees, but
right. We're trying for sure. So thank you guys for the support. Thanks for subscribing. Spread the word. We'll be here every Thursday night.
Yeah, I'm trying to get paid, man. Let's get 1,000
man.
subs.
We're trying to get some sponsors here.
We're talking about doing a giveaway. What did we say? 100?
At least 100. Yeah. If we get to 100 guys, we'll do a nice little giveaway. And like I said, we'll plan some fun stuff out. Sooner rather than later. And
yes, sir.
Hopefully once we get to 100 subscribers, we'll create a Discord community. That way you can hang out with us there. And anything else, CJ, before we call it a night?
I think that's it, man.
That's all I got, man. So,
I want to thank everybody that came out and watched and participated. Thank you. And anybody that's watching later, thank you. And,
appreciate you.
And I think we'll be doing this every Thursday.
Every Thursday, that sounds, because then it's Friday and you don't have to worry about anything. So I'm not doing nothing at work tomorrow. So.
Oh, hell no.
I want you to be busy as hell, man.
Make sure everybody watches, all the Friday the 13th movies tomorrow.
Yeah, enjoy those, man. Check out our friends. Listen, sub each other up, man. If you're in the chat, you have a YouTube channel, drop those links, man. Let's sub each other up, support one another. And that's important. But make sure you support us more.
Yeah. What's Matt's new video or new CBS Strange?
So he's still streaming. I think he's streaming over on Twitch and YouTube. So go follow his channel, and then they have a show dropping. Let me see it.
Yeah, it's about VHSs, like retro VHS.
Yeah, it's actually gonna look like it's gonna be a great show. Let me get to Matt's IG CV Strange 4. I think it's called Movie Picture Massacre.
Yep, there it is.
So yeah, go sub up to those guys. Follow them on Instagram too. Movie Picture Massacre, all one word. Make sure you check out our boys at the Low Grades. Check out our boy Denthead.
Yes, sir.
Most importantly, too, check out my wife's channel, Nerdy and Inked. She does some awesome stuff. She has a video dropping this week. Some awesome stuff she picked up.
I look forward to that.
So, yeah, appreciate everybody watching, man. This is going to be a fun show for us. We're not going to take ourselves too serious. You're never going to hear any speculation from us because we don't care about that shit. You're not gonna, we're not gonna. We love comics, but it's not. We don't take it super serious. Like if you do, that's great.
We also want to share. We want to share more about who we are and the things that get us going. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So everybody, I hope you guys enjoy and seriously, sincerely from my heart, you continue to follow us, you can subscribe to us, and yeah. So with that said, on behalf of Mondo, I'm the Comic Goon. Have a good night, y'all.
Gecko.
Peace.